welcome to a Loaded Dice podcast. I am Mel, welcome. We're going to be talking about character backgrounds today. This is sponsored by Paizo. Thank you guys so much for reaching out and sponsoring us. Also, we're live at McLeod Ale, best beer and best pizza in Van Nuys, San Fernando Valley, and Emerald Knights. We thank you guys so much for also sponsoring us. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Let's talk about our character backgrounds that we're going to be playing this campaign for.
Okay, we should also mention music by Leaving Richmond.
Yeah, music by Leaving Richmond.
He's going to come play some fantastic live sessions for us. So not only are we rolling live at McLeod Ale, this is game night at McLeod Wednesday nights, and we've been here since
Years.
It's opened.
Yeah.
And it's been growing in popularity. Sometimes we have to people just can't get in.
Yeah.
If you're around LA, it's really kind of a cool thing to come check out. And we're literally shutting down game night.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. We have there's a meetup for board games if you want to join, but we're going to be having us play live in front of tons of people that want to come. We have absolutely amazing characters, absolutely amazing miniatures.
Things to give away. We got prizes.
Things to give away, beer, prizes. I highly recommend that you guys come out. It's a Wednesday night. We're not going to be up too late. But I highly recommend you guys come and keep us company, and we absolutely love an audience to be able to see our shenanigans that's going to happen.
I was going to say this. As a matter of fact, how about you're tracking the Instagram, right?
Yeah.
How about the 30th person to follow us?
Yeah.
We give them a McLeod Ale t-shirt.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So if you are listening, our Instagram name is the Loaded Dice Rollers.
Great.
All one word. There's going to be it's a picture and it says Loaded Dice, nice and simple. So the 30th person to go ahead and follow us, please follow.
And if you love the podcast and you feel like giving some thought to drawing characters, our characters, and sending them to us.
Yeah, we have an email now too. The loaded dice at gmail.com. Let me go ahead.
The loaded dice at gmail.com. When somebody sends in a picture and we use it, eventually, we'll make these campaigns into a cartoon probably. Yeah. And they'll get credit.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
having that character.
We love local artists or any kinds of artists as well. So feel free to reach out. I mean, we're getting people that are already liking all of our pictures, the one picture that we have right now.
Pretty cool.
It's absolutely amazing. But please, even if you follow us on Instagram and you want to tag us, highly recommend it. Also, McLeod's and Paizo. Go ahead and reach out to you. We appreciate it, guys.
Also, we should mention our critical hits. Yeah. Whenever we roll a critical hit, it's sponsored by Emerald Knights in Burbank. They're just a really cool game shop, and we will be giving away gifts from them too. Mm-hmm. They have their annual membership. I know Jonathan is a good friend there, and Jonathan's one of our players, so we will address that in a little bit. In the meantime, here's what we're up to tonight. Character background night. This is a fun one. This is always fun for me to see what you guys have invented. I got to be honest, it might be my favorite thing about Pathfinder 2E is they've added just tons and tons of background, and it's so much fun to hear what you guys have gotten, your races. Jonathan.
The story is a big part of it. Yep. Story is ingrained in your character right from the get-go. You really feel connected to them by the time that you're done.
And let me tell you, you rolled really well.
I'm not unhappy with these ability modifiers.
All of you guys did. We roll in our characters on loaded dice. And Jonathan, what is the name of your character?
Well, we have someone with a very a semi-famous lineage for those that know Galorian well. But I'll be playing Simon Uncle Walrus Arnestand. So you may recognize the last name for those of you that are near and dear to Pathfinder and its lore. But you'll pretty much be knowing me as Uncle Walrus.
I love that. And Uncle Walrus is an Ustalav.
He's an Ustalav, taking care of the children in the city of Califas. He's a good man. He's known by a lot of the folks there, and he takes care of his people. and his people take care of him. He's comes from good stock.
Are you sure about that? Oh, well, as his great grandfather,
great
uncle,
great grandfather. Yes.
Part of the Shining Crusade, right?
Part of the Shining Crusade, which was some 900 odd years ago, or close to thereabouts.
But you know, the Knights of Omez still keep the calm in Ustalav.
They do it over at Lost Wall. Yes,
Yeah.
they are responsible for keeping the peace in the region. You know,
Bunch of champions.
Uncle Walrus would tell you that he's a distant relative, and it don't mean nothing because your relatives don't make who you are. You make the man who you are.
Right.
But the scholars of the city know better. They know that Uncle Walrus's great grandfather, if I said that 9 times, that was applicable. He was there. He held the body of the famous General Honorsart as his life left his body after he had really waylaid the Whispering Tyrant. And if it wasn't for his artifact, the Shield of Oradin, Ustalav would look like a much different place.
Is it Arden or a Rodin?
We'll go with whatever you say because you're the game master.
Why, I just ask. I've heard it pronounced.
No, we're going to kick that one over to Paizo. They can go ahead and
Paizo. They sponsor us.
They can go ahead. They sponsor us, yes, and they can go ahead and correct any mispronunciations.
Wesley, if you're listening, we need an answer. Can you chime into Mel's?
Thank you,
Gmail?
Paizo. Please correct us by episode 3.
Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, thank you. Nice. So Uncle Walrus is a cleric, and he's in. How do you say the city? Calphus.
Caliphus. Yeah,
Caliphus.
Caliphus. We'll say.
Will. You.
I'm the way that I'm looking at it. I'm gonna say it's Caliphus.
Caliphus.
Yeah. Maybe if you're a wizard there, it's Caliphus, but
it's on the lake.
It is on the lake.
It's something special about Ustalav is it's never quite a bright sunny day. It's always a little foggy. The clouds kind of cover overhead. Mists commonly gather out of the Tusk Mountain range, and it's just life is a little tough in this area of the world.
It keeps you hardened for sure. But here's the thing. Wherever there's darkness, you need some light to shine through that. And it's the good people of Caliphus that helps you do that.
Wow.
Ustalav, they've got a monarchy. No one likes a monarchy. They're all inbreds. And they make bad decisions because it's not based on the people's whims. It's based on how it's going to affect the family. But you know what? You got to take that out of the equation. You got to take care of the people.
So, obviously, you haven't seen the under part of the city yet. You've been on the above part. There's somebody that has seen the under part of the city, but we're going to meet him much later. But it's funny that you're in this town because there's also this paladin. And
paladins are my people.
Yeah, they are.
I'm a big fan. Big fan of their work.
He's, he follows an interesting god, the god of drinking, and he sort of has turned his ways over the years. His family forced him into one choice of a god, and then he chose another. So he's a champion, but he's a paladin.
Interesting.
He's lawful good.
Well, we call him one of those guys.
Yeah. Is that? That Will, that's your character.
Yeah,
Can you?
So technically, he used to be a paladin. He is now a liberator because he is of the chaotic good bent now instead of the lawful good.
I see. You kicked the lawful right out of there, huh?
Well, it's Caden Kalian. He's more of the chaotic type. Like his family. So I guess. Should I discuss this character first before breaking into character, or should I just have him talk about himself in the third person?
Hey, Will, you got to do you.
Okay, all right.
You got to do you.
All right. So, this guy, his name is Eugeni Dicanu of the Dicanu family, and the Dicanus have been ministers and deacons of their faith for generations, and so he was as a big, strong and quick guy.
So, Will, if you're sorry to interrupt that beautiful dialogue, if you're listening at home and you're like a big football fan, like college football or something, and your family is rooted, let's say your great grandfather, your grandfather, and your dad and your mom and your brother, everybody went to the same university. Let's say you're an Oregon Duck.
Yeah. This is like your family has been going to the same town like for generations.
For 8,000 years.
Yeah. Okay.
So people, 8,000. Wow, that's a lot longer. And so your family's been doing this to the same God.
Yeah.
Devotion.
Yeah.
Lifetimes of devotion.
Yeah.
Usually kids rebel.
Yeah. That's this guy's having a belated rebellion. He's
Oh, wait a minute. You're not following the same God?
no. We so let's see if I can take the training wheels off of this and see if I can break into character. Hello. I am Eugeni Decano of the Decano family. Wow. I know my family was loyal to that other guy, whatever his name was. I don't honestly remember anymore. I try not to think about it. They were loyal to him for generations, and they encouraged me to become a paladin of his order. And I do this. I go into combat for his name, and it never quite sat right in my gut, we will say. And so one day this man comes along. He's from some foreign country. I have no idea who he was. I've never seen him since. But I tell my troubles to him, and he tells me, "You should look into. Have you ever heard of the good word of Caden Killian?" And I say, "Who is this?" And he tells me these wondrous tales of this former hero who rose through the ranks to become himself a god. And
I think he stumbled into it.
I
think he discovered the Star Stone.
He may have
and Absalon. It's great. So
he may have embellished the tale. I've only known him once. I've never seen him.
Oh, okay. He's still a character. Sorry,
but no. So he tells me, and he's like, he is a man of drink, of freedom, of breaking bonds, and breaking, not necessarily breaking ties, but doing what you want to do. And I said, this sounds amazing. And so I decided to stand up for myself. Decided to become own man. And so I left the order, and I kept I still knew how to be paladin, but I was like, oh yeah, I'm sure Caden he sounds like a good god. He could use a paladin.
You didn't trade out your soul. You just said, I'm just going this way.
I converted.
Yeah.
I can't say that I identify with the journey, but I respect how you ended up.
Thank you.
You stand for something, and that's important.
Thank you.
Let me ask you this. Do you care about those that are less fortunate?
As long
that's a loaded answer right there.
Let me put it this way. As long as they have the freedom to do what they want to do, as long as they are not, be free to do what you want to do, as long as you're not oppressing anyone else's opportunity.
Yeah, that's essentially the same thing I just said. Okay, that's fine. That's test one.
I wanted to make sure that we were on the same wavelength.
Yes, fair enough. And you worship a higher power.
Aye.
You understand that your being, your gifts, your benefits, they come from a higher power.
Oh, absolutely.
And you respect that higher power.
Absolutely.
He's fine in my book.
I think me and this Uncle Walrus will get along just
He's fine in my book.
Yeah.
He cares about people. He stands for something.
Are you?
And he got there an unconventional way, mind you, but he got there.
Are you drinking, man?
I've been known to have the occasional milk. The occasional milk.
I'll throw you some of milk I have. It is I think you will like.
I spend my time with a great deal of children. So it's rare
so you
that
must surely drink then.
No, I love the children. It's rare that I'll jump into some sort of dwarven spirit or something like that. But you know what? I'm not judging.
No.
I'm not judging.
Okay. We're both men trying to be best men we can be.
That's right, we are.
Or beings. You are a man, you are a dwarf.
And you care about I'm a man, I'm all man.
Okay.
I'm all man.
I wasn't entirely listening.
The children would say I'm a walrus man, but no, it's really, there's no walrus parts of me really. It's just all a person. Okay. Yes.
Well, we have a long campaign ahead. Who knows? Many things may happen.
Yes, it's longer than you think. Longer than you think.
That's always fun, yes. So you guys have met in the city.
I think that's fair to say.
And you've known of Uncle Walrus. He's quite
I've heard many tales. He seems like a good man. Never
with,
met him myself until now.
Yeah, the mothers really love him because he takes care of all the kids and unfortunate ones. He's pretty much a do-gooder, and I guess you guys have butted up somehow.
Well, I think I find this poor gentleman late in the evening, a little bit tipped over there.
He's a safe bet.
Maybe he needs a little bit of help on the way home to get back to where he's staying.
Oh,
Much obliged. You're a good man.
No, I get the feeling that you're a good man yourself, because I think on that walk back to where we put him to straighten himself out and to maybe evacuate all the things inside his intestines into a receptacle of some kind, I feel like we get to know one another. And I feel like, again, I hear the story of his journey, and maybe it's not my journey, but it's his journey. And at the end of his journey, it meant something to him.
ooh,
And he stands for something.
that's tough.
And you know what?
I can't tell if he's hazing you or just is he making fun of
It's
you
probably-
or honoring you.
Look, it's probably a little column A, column B, if I'm being honest. But mostly column A, because
So, Father, what does he have to do to make
Father,
to make you happy
Not that he knows
and accept his friendship?
I think he needs to accept the friendship. I think he answers all the question right when it comes to taking care of the people of Caliphus and taking care of the city. And again, he's got something that he stands for, and he gives deference to a higher power, because those that don't know, well, they're living in the dark, because we're here because of greater powers than us.
Cheers to that.
And they.
You're a good man, sir. Cheers to you.
So he, just so you know, Father
I'll
Walrus,
tip a glass to you.
he unwittingly solved a crime.
Oh,
in
really?
The city.
Was it the crime of the missing alcohol?
No,
No, I found that in the heartbeat.
No,
It's not hard.
I'd say you discovered it quite easily.
he was drunk when he found it. He was actually he was stumbling out of a pub at like crack of dawn.
Yep.
And he saw a person just kind of vanish into ash. Murdered.
I looked at the bottle that I just emptied, and this is damn good stuff. I'll remember that.
And he
then I
ran-
realized this was not the liquor.
Yeah. And he ran around the corner and discovered that the person had disintegrated in ash. And he ended up helping the local sheriff to solve the murder. And it turns out the person murdered was a vampire.
Well, that right there doesn't sound like a murder to me.
It
sounds like a greater good.
Was unfortunate only for vampire.
Oh no, that wasn't unfortunate anyway. That's exactly how that bloodsucker should have ended up. You know what? You bore witness to a wonderful thing, my friend, because the undead,
We are in agreement.
the undead are a blasphemy on this world.
So that's what you would think at first sight. However, this was a very important vampire.
A VIV.
And in solving it, he placated some needs by a community of vampires.
Well, that sounds like the worst community I've ever heard of in my entire life.
So, they've remained at bay because of this finding by, you're a human, yes?
Yes.
By a human paladin. Well, sorry, champion.
Yeah, that was one of the out of character real quick. That was one of the interesting things that was different from 2E to 1E is like the race known as, or not the race, the class known as paladins. Paladin is now a subclass of champion. So paladin is lawful good, redeemer is neutral good, and then liberator is chaotic good, which is what
You're a liberator.
Eugeni is.
You're a liberator.
Yeah, the flexibility of that class. I'm a big Pally fan myself. Honestly, just the dice weren't in it for me. I would have absolutely played that. It's super cool that they. I'd say Pathfinder cracked that code.
Are you jealous?
Paizo did a really. I have a character envy. Yes.
Paladin envy?
I little class envy. Yep.
Little pally.
Yes, I'd say his charisma's bigger than mine. And look, let's not fool ourselves. I've got a fairly large charisma, but his charisma's just a bit bigger than mine.
We're bringing Kurt into this.
Don't worry, we'll get bigger.
We have to meet Kurt.
Not after 18.
I was going to comment, but
Okay. Nice job, you guys. So that's sort of your characters and your background, right? And you will be notified what is next. So stay tuned. And again, our sponsors, Mel.
yeah, our sponsors, Paizo, first and foremost. Thank you guys so
Love
much.
that.
Emerald
Thank you, Paizo.
Knights, you guys are absolutely amazing. Super
Roll at
supportive.
Emerald Knights.
Yeah. And McLeod Ale. Great beer, great
live at
pizza. Follow us on Instagram, the Loaded Dice Rollers.
The
Loaded Dice Rollers. And I'm just going to keep saying it like that all the time. Thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate it so much. And come and visit us. Come and see us on every Wednesday.
Live every Wednesday.
Yeah.
In Cloud Ale.
See some pretty cool shit.
Oh,
Kurt's going to give out free hugs.
Oh, Kurt's giving free hugs?
Yeah, Kurt's going to...
We haven't talked to Kurt yet.
We're shadowing right now.
We haven't talked to Kurt yet, but he says free bear hugs.
Bear hugs.
All right. And don't forget that we are giving away some presents.
Yeah, so sorry, you guys got to catch up really quick when you're listening. We've already gotten
prizes.
2 more followers already. The whole time that you guys were talking about
That was a social genius.
Jack B.
B was one. He's here in the audience.
Jack B. I know he's a very amazing artist and singer, has tons of followers, very well known. Highly recommend that you guys go ahead and visit him too.
Jack B.
Jack
Hey, can he
B.
draw us as characters?
Yeah, he would be down, and we'd get a lot of people that would listen to
that
it.
would be
I'm just
bitchin'.
saying. But yeah, thank you, Jack, for following, and also Val for following too. But thank you guys so much for following.
Is
Continue
Chris
to
following
do
us?
it.
That's Chris.
Better be.
Chris in Oregon.
Yeah, Chris in Oregon. We still miss you. I'm going to shout you out as much as I can.
Come down and be a guest player.
Yeah, come down and give yeah, absolutely. Fly down from Oregon. It looks like we got another, man, we are popping right now.
Who sign up.
We're already
Sign up.
I made this like 2 hours ago and we're already at 11 followers.
Who's the influencer?
I don't know. I'm just posting shit. Thank you guys so much for following us. The more people that follow us, the more we can reach out to you guys and be able to give you guys a great experience on your drive being stuck on the 405 freeway.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.